Did you know Windows includes built-in tools that can turn speech into captions, let you control your computer with your voice, and make the keyboard easier to use? Most people never explore these accessibility features, but they can make Windows much easier to use. Stay with me as I walk you through some of the most useful hearing and interaction tools in Windows. Hello everyone, Jerry Rollick here. Welcome to Wandering Through Windows, where we explore the settings, features, and hidden corners of Windows that help you shape your PC into something that feels truly your own. If you ever wondered what a button does, how to personalize your desktop, or how to make Windows work better for you, you're in the right place. This video is the second of a two-part series exploring Windows accessibility settings. In the first video, I focused on key vision tools designed to help you see Windows more comfortably. Today, I'll focus on hearing and interaction tools. These tools make Windows easier to use without relying on sound or complex input. Whether you're hard of hearing, work in a noisy environment, or just prefer alternative ways to interact with your PC, Windows has a lot of built-in options. These options include mono audio, visual alerts, captions, voice access, and keyboard tools. So come along with this nice old man as I walk you through each one and show you how they work. If you find this video useful, please give it a like, leave a comment, share it with someone you know, and subscribe to the channel. It would be much appreciated. With that said, let's dive in and start wandering. You can access these settings by clicking the Windows Start, navigating to the Settings icon, and clicking on Accessibility from the list that's found on the left-hand side of the window. And here you will find hearing and interaction tools grouped together. First up is mono audio. These settings are found within the audio window. Mono audio combines the left and right audio channels into a single channel. This is useful if someone has hearing only in one ear, because it ensures no sound information is lost. To use this feature, simply turn it on. Immediately below mono audio are the settings for visual alerts. Instead of playing a system sound, Windows can flash your screen or title bar. This is great if you can't rely on audio cues. Options here are flash the title bar of the active window, flash the active window, or flash the entire screen. Next, let's explore live captions. Live captions is one of the most helpful hearing tools, especially for users with hearing impairments or those who work in loud environments. This tool automatically generates subtitles for audio playing on your computer. This includes videos, meetings, podcasts, or other media. Live captions can be turned on via the toggle or through a keyboard shortcut. Once enabled, a caption window appears on your screen and displays the spoken words in real time. Note that enabling live captions will require you to consent to Microsoft Terms of Service for this feature and to allow Windows to download the relevant language files. Windows gives you a choice of caption styles as shown here. A preview of how the caption will appear is shown at the top of the window. Once you have chosen a style, you can customize it. By clicking Edit, you can change the caption's font, its size, and color to make them easier to read. Note that changes here are automatically saved. Name your customized caption, and when you return to the main caption window, the customized caption is added to the list. If you no longer wish to keep it, simply select it from the drop-down list and click Delete. Moving into the interaction tools, we come to voice access, which is part of the speech settings. Voice access allows you to control Windows using spoken commands. To turn on voice access, toggle the feature on in the display window or use the shortcut keys. Note that enabling voice access will require you to consent to Microsoft's Terms of Service for this feature and allow Windows to download the relevant language files. Once all is set up, use your voice to open apps, navigate menus, click buttons, and even dictate text. For example, you might say things like, "Open settings," or "Click Start." An additional voice option is voice typing. Press the Windows shortcut key to dictate text anytime you're in a text box. Voice control can be extremely helpful for users with limited mobility or anyone who prefers hands-free interaction. The final interaction tool we'll explore is keyboard accessibility. Here, Windows includes several tools that make the keyboard easier to use. Sticky keys allow key combinations to be pressed one key at a time. For example, instead of pressing Ctrl, Alt, and Delete simultaneously, you can press them sequentially. This helps users with mobility issues or anyone who finds multi-key shortcuts difficult. Clicking the setting box provides options for customization. Filter keys help prevent accidental keystrokes by ignoring very brief or repeated key presses. This can be helpful for people who experience hand tremors. Clicking the settings box for this feature provides options for customization. Toggle keys play a sound whenever caps lock, num lock, or scroll lock are pressed, so you always know their status. It's a simple but helpful cue. Finally, the on-screen keyboard provides a virtual keyboard that can be used with a mouse, touchscreen, or any other pointing device. This is useful if your physical keyboard isn't accessible or isn't working. Each of these settings can be turned on or off from within their respective setting boxes. There you have it. By utilizing one or more of Windows hearing and interaction tools, you can make your PC more accessible, more comfortable, and more efficient. If you haven't tried these tools before, take a few minutes to explore them in your own settings. Thanks for joining me. If you haven't watched part 1 of this series covering Windows Vision tools, be sure to do that next. I would like to give a big shout out to my wife who supports me in all that I do. I love you, babe. And I'll see all of you next time. Bye for now. Oh, and one more thing. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to do the click.